Getting in good with a stray cat. It's actually not that difficult. And if your objective is to befriend a stray and perhaps give that cat a loving forever home, the process is quite simple. Why? The advantage that you have right out of the gate is that we are talking about a stray cat, not a feral. Stray cats are felines that are familiar with people, familiar with the home life. Most likely, if only for a short time, they've experienced close interaction with humans. They know what it's like to be looked after and cared for by people. Another advantage, the stray that you've got your eyes on, if they seem very comfortable and not skittish at all about people, that probably means they haven't been a stray for very long, which also means that returning to a life with humans full time won't be all that unfamiliar and difficult. In this material, we'll talk it up, and I'll give you a few tips that can help you to make friends with a stray and in the process make that cat's life even better. Interesting topic, and I've got you covered. Stay tuned. If you are a regular here on the channel, you know that a few times I've talked about stray and feral cats and how you can embrace them, take care of them, and if the vibe is right, take them in as your own. However, the quest to reach that final goal with a feral cat, unfortunately, it could be a very tall mountain to climb. Either born on the land and never having interactions and associations with humans, or being long since divorced from life with humans, depending on the circumstances. Getting close to a feral cat can be very difficult and potentially very dangerous. If you've personally dealt with feral cats directly, you know it can be very difficult. There are layers to peel and likely a wall of aggression that needs to be chipped away before you can ever begin to build something that even resembles trust. I say all of that about feral felines to let you know that the going is much easier, typically with stray cats. Much easier, at least generally speaking. Cats that once had a home, perhaps a very loving home, at one time, it can take a while before that association and comfort around people is totally removed and chipped away. It can take a while before a loving house cat is back to square one, living off the land and living solely on those instincts. And this is where you come in. If you are attempting to befriend a stray, just the fact that your ability to make an attempt is there, it lets me know as an outside party that the cat is at least giving you a look, giving you something that resembles a chance. Stray cats, unlike feral felines, are typically not very skittish, or skittish at all, around people. In fact, some strays, in an effort to return to the life they once enjoyed, will make it a priority to seek people out, not only for meals, which is a given, but also for positive interaction and affection. We've all seen it, especially in a neighborhood setting, a small town, what have you. That neighborhood cat, the community cat. The feline doesn't have a forever home, but the cat walks the streets and in a way belongs to everyone. The ability to associate and connect with people, many people, is not a problem. Most stray cats, especially strays that have only been tagged with such a label for, say, less than 6 months, they're very easy to approach and will likely be more than eager to approach you. So, working from that foundation, that there's a stray roaming around near your property, what can you do to win them over, to befriend them? Well, if you aren't already, cater to their needs, those essentials. Leave food and water outside of your, say, back door. You don't even have to be around for it. Do this daily and the cat will stay drawn to the area, especially once they come to realize it's safe. Over time, you'll likely notice that the cat even sleeps on your property, or at least nearby. Next, make your presence felt, gentle and easy, that is. Posing no threat or intimidation, bring the food out once a day while the cat is around. Now, in some instances, this could be a work in progress, but if the cat is truly a stray, they could be more than willing to come up to you. They could be longing for a new connection. I've taken care of a few strays in my day, and it's all about catering to those essentials while just playing it cool. Be yourself. Don't be anxious to pet the cat. Pick the cat up, none of that. Cats, especially when they're around new people, they just want those essentials, and they want that personal space. If the stray realizes that you're not only caring for their needs, but doing so from a place of respect, they'll likely become more comfortable on your property and more comfortable around you. Before too long, that cat you've been wanting to pet, they'll make it quite easy for you. You might Be outside watering your grass, and the very next thing you know, that cat is rubbing against your legs. The best way to make friends with a stray is to, essentially, think like a cat. If you were a feline roaming the neighborhood, what type of person would you trust? What type of person would you seek out? What type of person would you want to associate with? In truth, even this explanation and video is probably putting too much thought into things. If I'm being 100% honest, I often say that cats are many times drawn to those who do the least. And what I mean by that is folks who water and feed and grant personal space, and when the cat is around, they allow the cat to be a cat, to make their own moves without being herded in a certain direction or picked up. This is where that trust is formed. The stray cat has to know that it can be around you without having to worry about any alarming external factors. Day after day after day after day, it's a process of trust. And before you know it, say by day 30, the cat will likely be napping at your back door, waiting for not only mealtime, but waiting to see you. Eventually, it will become more than just the essentials. The cat will actually begin to enjoy your company. And this is where that bond starts to form. A lot of stray cats want a quick meal. They want the association so they can get those essentials. But the true winners, when it comes to befriending a stray, is found when a cat could go other places for food, go other places to see people, but chooses to stay right there with you. When a cat picks you because of you, then you have won. That's the proof that it's not always all about the essentials, but that magic touch that only you can offer. If you are giving the cat the basics and respecting their personal space and maintaining consistency throughout, you probably won't have to make friends with the stray, because that stray will have long since made friends with you. Most cats, if they've had a home, an enjoyable home environment, they'll be eager and willing to try it all again. Keep an open mind, an open heart, and perhaps an open door, and see where that takes you. If the cat is indeed a stray without a home and given a clean bill of health from a vet after you do decide to take the plunge, then you are off and running. The sky can indeed be the limit. Most cats, they're just looking for a chance, and if you can offer it up, you could come to find that the best cat you've ever had originally began as just a roaming feline in your neighborhood. You'll have quite the story to tell, and that cat, they'll have a new lease on a brighter future, and perhaps their final stop, final home along that journey of life. To the audience of Senior Cat Wellness, have you befriended a stray here recently, say within the last 12 months or so? Is your cat, right now, were they once living on the land before you took them in? Your thoughts and personal stories and comment section, it's all yours. And if you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.